Hey, we're going live on New Year's Eve. Hey, girl, hey.
I got some champagne. Don't worry.
Let's go.
Let's go. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm great. I'm on dog duty. I've got my dog here and then my best friend's dog it's a doodle fest. Your dog's so much better than my dog.
We have an episode for you. A really good one.
We do?
Yeah, it's so good. It's all about doodles. No, it's all about how to reflect, why you should want to reflect. Oh, God. My husband told me I look like a gremlin today. And I was like, oh, my God. I don't disagree, but fuck you. Okay, so first of all, I think the question is a bad question. How should we reflect on 2025? I feel like we first need to get the buy-in of the people. Because I think we need to sell them on why they should want to reflect. Because I think a lot of people just put their heads in the sand and they don't reflect because so much shame comes up because they haven't learned the skill of how to get excited about shit that didn't go well.
I want to hear your take on this because we've had this conversation before, and I would just love for you to give me the full Laura Conley breakdown on how you get excited about shit that doesn't go well and failure, because we've discussed this before, but I would love to hear your take.
Okay. I want to sell you on this idea, but the reason we don't want to do it is because it's so hard for, especially women, to reflect without making it mean something negative about you, or like, it's so hard to not internalize it. So when we look back on the year, yeah, there are going to be things that went well and things that didn't go well, like wins and failures, whatever. And can you get excited when you notice there's a failure? Because that's the fastest way to change it. Like, I noticed there's some things in my parenting and in my work that I want to change or iterate. And instead of like beating myself up, it doesn't move the needle faster.
No.
And not looking at it also isn't helpful because then I can't change what isn't working. So can I flip it on its head and can I actually get excited? Like, oh my God, I'm so excited that I've noticed that I'm overworking, because now that I've noticed it, I can change it.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I said I wasn't going to do that. I didn't spend enough time with like my kids or my husband or whatever, like that whole shame spiral. Yeah. So the quicker I can let go of that BS story or all that judgment, actually the faster I can change it.
I was going to say, the one thing I love about this, not the one thing, there's many things I love, but the one thing that really sticks out to me is how, I don't know if it's just a female thing. Like, I know women because I am one, and we love to make it personal. And I think largely men don't do that as much, or maybe they don't speak about it if they do it. But I think it's one of our biggest like pitfalls, because no one's going around, not no one. I don't think most men are going around. And again, I hate to speak on gender when I only know this, but I will absolutely make it a personal declaration about how it's a reflection of who I am as a person and my soul's journey and all of my flaws. And then it becomes this wild, out of context situation when really it's just a lesson. Bro, it was just $4,000 that you spent on this program, and the program wasn't as beneficial as you thought. But you did learn two things, and you can take those two things forward instead of, oh my God, you're suckered into everything. You didn't do your full job. You didn't complete all the tasks. If you had done that, you would have gotten different results. Do you know what I mean?
What's wrong with you? Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Well, I think of like, because my husband's a scientist, and I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, what happens when like he's going to laugh at me because I'm not going to explain it right. But what happens when like the experiment doesn't go well and, you know, it fails? And he's like, we just collect the data and we try again.
We just collect the data and we try. He's like, and then I leave my job.
You're not frustrated. You're not like sad. You're not like, you know, and I know I never hear about it. So it's not like a big, it's like, can we be more scientific?
Well, I love it when you talk about just collecting data, because that's really the fact. Like Brian, your husband, Delicious Daddy, doesn't screw up the experiment or get some terrible results and then be like, I guess I'll become a butcher now.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we do. I'm like, because if you're like, okay, I want to be a more patient, more present mom, and then it's the next Wednesday, and then you snap at your kids and you haven't been present for the whole week. Then what do? We just throw in the towel. We're like, never mind. That's too big of a goal. I can't do it. I mean, weight loss is a perfect example. It's like, if you just don't quit, you will get there. And then it's like, I was thinking about this today in your class because you were talking about how to end the year strong. And I was thinking, you have to look back on what went quote unquote wrong so that you can learn from it. You're either winning or learning. And I think it actually is a failure. The thing that didn't go your way actually is a failure if you don't get the lesson from it, which is kind of harsh coaching, but we got to motivate people in different ways.
They're harsh. Okay, fine. Harsh or true. Because at the end of the day, that's where that lands. It's just a truth. If you don't learn from it, then you're going to repeat it. And then if you don't want to look at it, then you're not doing yourself any favors. Like, you don't know. Oh, why does it always come back to death? You just don't know how much time you have. Why spend one more year, one more month, like not reflecting so that you can't grow and just being where you are? So dumb.
So dumb. And you can't do it. You can't grow unless you look. Like, the noticing is the first step.
Has to be.
And what's so good about is if you do it. Just maybe maybe there's a challenge. Pinky promised me and Nicole, take the challenge. You're going to reflect on 2025. You never have to do it ever again, but you will want to, because you will learn, you will see, you'll like strengthen the muscle of not making it mean something negative about you. And you start to see, oh, I could make this just about collecting data. Oh, I could get excited. And then you see how quicker the needle moves towards what you want when you're nicer to yourself and you get the lesson.
I just had a moment and I thought, how am I gonna look back? And then I realized,
the champagne bottle just popped on its own. I accidentally took the thing off and then I forgot to keep going because I have ADHD.
Oh my God.
yeah, that could have a sign.
Yeah, that's a sign.
I was going to say, how am I going to look back and remember like what occurred over the year? And then I realized I can just literally open up my photo album.
Yes.
I have a photo from every single day since I've had a phone. And all I have to do is like generally go back to January, generally go back to February. And I will see photos of myself and be like immediately taken back to a lesson, to a hardship, to, whatever the thing is.
I think that's so smart. And you could use your calendar too. Cause I like, if you forgot to take a
my
picture,
calendar.
Because we forget. Oh, here's the other thing. So some people hesitate, right? Because they don't want to feel ashamed. But what I've noticed is, okay, this was true at the Yummy Mummy Masters Retreat because 2024, everyone at the 2024 retreat wrote themselves a letter for 2025, right? And maybe you were on that call because people reported being so afraid they didn't want to open the letter because they had written originally in 2024, my hopes for you, my dreams for you, my wishes for you, blah, 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 like what we want to manifest, all stuff. And they're like, I was so scared to open it because I was nervous that I didn't create what I wanted to create. And then what was reported was they were so pleasantly surprised. So like hold the belief that when you look back, there's going to be more good, that like be willing to celebrate.
Yes. And that's probably the thing, I think, because we're trained to remember the negative, right? That's part of the lower brain and all that is like, always take the negative so that it doesn't happen again in the future. But most likely, you're not going to be hanging on and remembering the positive unless you literally write it down and risk opening the letter a year later and looking and being like, oh my God, I really did it.
I know, it's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, so so you guys, you have to reflect. How do we reflect? So we look in our calendar, we look in our photo album, and I always like to say like, what worked, what didn't, what do I want to do differently? It's kind of like really easy. No, allowed. Can you be excited?
I like that a lot. And can you be excited? My God. I mean, I don't want to tell the story again, like that I told in class this morning, but I'm just so obsessed with it about the two people that met on the plane.
Oh my God, Nicole. I want to talk about it again.
Should I tell it right now? I was flying a Southwest flight from Denver to LA, which is like a 3-hour flight.
Oh, I was wondering if you could fly direct from Alabama.
Anyway.
So that's another reason you should move to Denver. You can live near me and then we can fly to Alabama directly. Okay, sorry, keep talking.
So I get on the Southwest flight. Bo and I sit down, and there's a guy in the aisle next to us. And then there's a woman that's already there with her little beagle dog, like tucked underneath the seat. And this man who had already been eyeing in the airport because he was just weird in the best way. Bro had like the handlebar mustache that curls around. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
these little beady glasses, handlebar mustache, like in his little outfit. And he's right behind us. And he's like, oh, is this seat? And he's very like lively. Oh, is this seat taken? And the girl's like, no, sit. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. Well, these two, they sit down, Laura, and they don't stop yapping for the full flight. We didn't leave. We were on the runway for like 40 minutes before we ever took off, and they never shut the freak up. And I watched 2 whole movies, which I never do. I watched, or a movie and a half, whatever. I never do that. I'm usually working.
I know.
I could hear them
Good
through
job.
my AirPods. Thank you. Thank you for saying
No,
that.
seriously, good job. It's really an achievement. It is.
I was so proud of myself.
It could give me a panic attack, but then I do it and it feels so good.
It feels so good. And then there's
sorry.
takeaways. There's takeaways in that escapism that I'm like, this is why I should watch more movies and decompress, because then I have light bulb moments. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It is.
That's
Rest,
another-
turns out rest is productive.
So then
Yes,
these two on this flight are beyond weird and beyond perfect for each other, to the point where they're pulling up photos on their own phones of the parrots. They have parrots.
Oh,
Like the
parrots. I thought you were telling the story about their parents. They were showing each other
parrots, birds that fly.
parrots. Oh my God. Okay.
It was
Whoa.
like, and then they're like, she had read this book about the pioneer people, and he's like, oh my God, by such and such. And people were just like, what the hell is happening here? We finally land, and the woman who's in front of them, we're all waiting to like, cargo ourselves. She turns around and she goes, if you two don't get each other's phone numbers, she's like, I've never seen 2 people have more in common in my life. I mean, and I looked at her and I'm like, thank you for saying it. Like, I don't know if they did, but if they didn't, I don't know if they did. I didn't follow them. I wasn't trying to be in their business.
No, but somebody else needed to get the phone number to find out if it worked out.
They need to be like married or best friends or something immediately. It was the weirdest. I've never seen anything like it.
Southwest needs to like make an advertisement out of them or something. I don't know.
It should. It really should. But what it did for me, I mean, I was grinning the little freak show because I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Life is so unexpected and so rad that those two's lives, their lives should be changed from that interaction because they deserve each other.
Yeah, we're on the Coco and Lala show.
IG Live?
Yeah, we're on IG Live.
Yeah, I do live. That's what we're on, Brian.
Yeah, babe. Where are you? How come you're not here?
Talk on IG Live.
Okay, so I don't know why you told this story, but one thing I did reflect back to you is that like I love how you're just so lit up by this magicness, because I think some people would see this and get like jealous. And like the people that get jealous, it's kind of like it's perfect for reflecting and planning. It's like, actually, if you do get jealous, use it as a way to turn it into what you want. But I just like, you're just obviously going to meet your person this year because you are so like unattached and you're like happy for these people. And like, I just think that is like a bylaw within the law of attraction, or I don't know, it's like a drop down in there.
A drop down. Good job. A drop down. Way to really bring it back to business. You're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to meet my person, but I do always and forever. I will always be hopeful. And I don't ever talk about dating. And I still don't intend to talk about dating.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Because
Okay,
it's-
we're allowed to say the other part that we said.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Someone was explaining that dating is just painful. Like it is just not comfortable because you have to continuously be hopeful. So it's good practice, I think. If you struggle with that, it's good practice for me. It's good practice for anybody that's single, but you have to continuously hold that sliver of hope or it's not going to happen. Like you're not going to stay in a state of negativity or resistance and then have it wind up in your lap. That's literally telling the universe what not to do, right?
So, okay, Nicole, lesson number 1, surround yourself with people. And you've got to be more intentional than you think you have to be around that, because I think people think that should just happen.
Yeah.
That it's just like people that have good friends or good circles like that are just lucky. No, bitch. No, we are being so intentional and thoughtful about it.
Yeah, highly selective and annoying. Like I was just thinking, I was like,
yeah.
oh, that girl
Uh-huh.
group that I really appreciate. They're entrepreneurs, but they're not in my field. And I haven't seen them in like 4 weeks. So I texted them like, you guys, this new year, like, what's our plan? When are we hanging out? And they were like, so it's,
Yes. You have to be annoying. I mean, I am super annoying.
you are. I just wanted to say that. You're not. You're amazing. I love you.
No, I mean, I am very annoying I am very annoying. It's fine. It's a compliment. Okay. What are the other lessons that you learned this year?
Obviously, consistent movement. I'm still on my bandwagon for strength training. Like, it just feels so good. Like not even for a second do I need help with the luggage. We just traveled all over, you know what I mean? Between North Carolina and the football bags and our own bags and then Alabama. And I'm like, I got it. Oh, you want me to get that? I got it. Like not even
Isn't
for
it so satisfying too when you get it? And then like the dudes are like, oh, wow.
I don't
like,
think any dudes were doing that.
Oh, well, like that dudes, like old white men, they do that to me. Like they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm strong. I'm stronger than you. Okay, you're not a delicious daddy. I see you.
I see you. I like that. So I'm still on my high horse with strength training for women, over 40 specifically. Like there's just nothing that's going to compare to that in terms of feeling good, feeling energetic, having a strong metabolic constitution. It's just like, it just feels great. So I love that. That's one.
Yeah, but didn't you also say something? Because I think this is true for me too. Like I'm just so much nicer when I've moved. Like when I move my body, like, and I can access so many more intentional like thoughts and beliefs. Like it's just so much easier to be.
Clarity.
Yeah.
You don't realize how reactive you are and how I think your actions maybe stem from your frustration in your own skin.
Yeah, that's so good.
When I'm out of proper condition or I haven't moved regularly, and then I start to notice my thoughts and then I start to notice my reactivity, and then I'm like, oh, I'm making horrible choices because I don't feel good, because I haven't sweat. Literally, that is the base, the foundation of these decisions I'm making and the words coming out of my mouth. Scheduling fun. We talk about that a lot.
Oh, that is so good. Yes.
So important.
It's not a nice to have. It's a need. It is a need. It's human connection is an actual need.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
Everything better.
You have to plan it before you plan your work, which is kind of radical. Like you have to get it in there first. And you have to hold the boundaries because people are going to try to weasel their way in to like X you out of your fun. Like, it happened to me the other day. I planned a whole day it was going to be a do nothing day. And I literally did nothing for the whole entire day. And I can't tell you how many people tried to talk me out of it. Like my husband was like, no, we'll do this. And then my brother was like, but can you drive me to the airport? And then my kids were like, well, we want to go to this. And I'm like, guys, no. And then the babysitter was like, can I come at this time instead? I'm like, no. You're coming at this time. I'm not driving you to the airport and I will not do whatever I'm sitting on this. And even my brain was like, well, we should at least move our bodies. But I had moved my body like a lot already. So it was like, fine. But even you have to hold the boundaries with your family and with yourself.
Yes. It's like doubling down, which is, if it weren't hard enough, and then you got to do that. I agree. What lesson do you have?
One of my biggest lessons this year was such a big lesson is to insource instead of outsource, or at least ask myself first before I ask anybody else, because my default is to be like, well, what does my business coach think? Or what does Nicole think? Or what does Brian think? And it's like, well, what the fuck do I think? Like, what about my intuition? My intuition probably has an opinion, or my gut. And so I like double down on that this year. That's been my biggest lesson. And it happened at a retreat I was at with my business coach. And she was like, okay, here's what you do to build the funnel. You do this, this, and this. And I wrote down in my notebook, LOL, I'm not going to do that. And I ended up telling her like 20 minutes later that I had written that down. And that was like the beginning of like, I'm only doing things that are a hell yes, even if it's like a proven system. So I think like insourcing versus outsourcing, or at least asking yourself first, like that's been really big for me.
Okay. So when you do this, I can already hear people in the background in the rafters, and they're like, but I can't trust myself, or this is why I'm in the same position I always was. What do you say to that?
Well, how do you know you can't trust yourself? Have you tried it? Because like for me, I was ranking other people's opinions ahead of my own. And so I'm like, well, okay, I've tried doing it this way for X amount of years, like a long time.
Yep.
Let me just try it my way. What was so funny is I wrote, LOL, I'm not doing that. And then we had to write a letter from our like 83-year-old selves to our current day selves. And my 83-year-old self was like, you did it your way and it worked. So I just trusted her, but I had to be willing. It does feel like, okay, here's like the image. It feels like jumping off a cliff and you're free falling, but then at the last second, it's like the wind catches you. That's what it feels like to me. And yeah, I mean, it's a trust fall. Like it is like, there's no other way, but I had all this evidence that this other way was working-ish, but it wasn't working the way I wanted to. It felt like a pressure cooker. It felt tight, you know? But yeah, I don't have like a good answer to that question of like, what do you say to these people? It's like, is the way that you're doing it now, is that really working for you? Like, it wasn't really working for me, but it wasn't not working. So it feels risky, but you've already been doing it for so long. Just be willing to try another way. I mean, don't be an idiot. Like,
But also, well, yeah, don't be an idiot.
but your intuition is never going to lead you astray. Like,
That's what I was going to say. Because your intuition already knows you. It knows your soul. It knows your journey. It knows all those things. Why would it do that? It's not going to be like, hey.
Yes. And the more that you listen to your intuition, the louder and more clear it gets. Because I do think at the beginning, sometimes our intuition can get mixed up with like our lower brain or like our instincts, you know? It's like, I just really need a cookie. Like my intuition I'm intuitively. And I'm like, no, that's just your lower brain, which is fine. But no, that's not your intuition. And so then it's easier to decipher.
Whoopsie, delicious daddy.
Yeah. Come on.
Gotta back it up.
Babe, any lessons you got from 2023?
23.
Oh, 20.
We're going back. We're going back to the archives.
That's why we're still on this live.
Holy shit. Stop drinking.
I couldn't help it. The bottle opened itself.
She had to drink it. The bottle said, drink me.
I don't know if that's good. Okay. So the insourcing and this goes hand in hand. It's like, it's safe to slow down. Like, it's still breaking up with the hustle. The lesson is like, it's safe to go slow. It's safe to not hustle. Like, hard work doesn't equal success.
That's right.
So I think those are some big lessons. To your point, I'm like doing more planning of intentional time with my kids, because what I realize is it doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't just happen at home. Like, I think it will when I'm like, we have 4 o'clock to like 9 o'clock together, but like really being present, like, unless I schedule it, like we are going to play a game from 5 p.m. to 5:40 p.m. Like, it won't happen because I'll just do my to-do list.
Yeah.
So that's been huge.
Good.
Okay, you guys, we will be back next week or the next sometime when we want to with how to plan 2026.
We love that. Yep.
Let us know if you guys are going to reflect on 2025 and how it went for you.
Yeah.
We want to know your lessons.
We do.
Okay, Happy New Year, Nicole.
Happy New Year. I love you. I love you and your self-opening champagne bottle.
I know. I can't. I mean, the bottle's like, drink me, please. I can't help it. I can't say
That's
no.
how magical you are, is that your champagne bottles open themselves.
Okay, love you, babe. Love you,
I
Nicole.
love you. Happy
Okay.
New Year.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.